Hi folks, and a very, very warm welcome to my latest masterclass. My name is Louise Presley-Turner. I am one of the UK's leading personal growth coaches. I'm a Hay House author, speaker and business mentor, and today I'm here to show you how you can generate 100k in your business. I'm going to show you 3 proven and simple ways of reaching your first 100 grand as a coach, as an expert, practitioner or consultant. So this could be the most powerful presentation that you watch this year. The fact is, there is nothing worse than seeing others succeed and then feeling like a failure yourself. There's nothing worse than just pedaling too hard and not getting the results that you want in your business, or maybe just not being able to make your passion pay. Nothing more painful than that. Or not knowing where your next client is coming from, or even how you're going to pay your bills at the end of the month. Or being overwhelmed by all the noise and the conflicting advice that's going on out there right now. Or quite simply, there is nothing worse than the constant stress and worry and fearing the future. Please don't quit your daydream, because today I'm here to help you sort it out. I'm not just another one-trick pony. I've been actually running my coaching practice now for over 12 years. I know my stuff, I've walked the path, and I've helped thousands of people all over the world to change their lives with my books and courses and programs. And today I'm here to show you how easy it is to earn your first 100 grand when you have the right strategy in place. So before we begin, I just want to raise the energy slightly. I want to get you really excited, and I want you to think about right now what it would be like to reach your first 100 grand in your business. And I want you to take it a step further and really think about what it would be like to regularly have 10k months or 15k months or even 20k months, because it's absolutely possible. I want you to think about the impact that would have on your life for you and your loved ones, your family members, your friends even. What would that allow you to do, having this kind of income coming in regularly? So maybe, I don't know, you'd be able to buy a house or move house or pay your mortgage off. Maybe you'd be able to travel more and see parts of the world that you haven't been able to explore yet. Maybe you'd be able to put your kids through private school or kids through university, or I don't know, get married or pay for your kids' wedding or buy your first car or a new car. There's so much, isn't there, that we want to do and experience in life. So just take a second to think about the impact this kind of income would have on your life. This masterclass is going to give you the answers that you've been looking for. I want this to be a one-stop shop. I want to give you the answers that you have been looking for so that you don't need to go anywhere else. So stick with me, because what I'm about to share has the potential to change your life. Now I'm going to move pretty fast because I know your time is precious. And let me tell you what you're going to learn in the next 30 minutes. We're going to look at 3 proven ways that you can generate 100 grand in your business. This is going to get you really super excited. I'm going to then show you exactly what things you must have in place in order to become the go-to expert in your field and reach that magic 100k mark. Then I'm going to reveal the 4 big secrets or foundations for success, which have helped me to become one of the UK's top coaches. And I'm going to show you the most effective marketing funnels that I'm using right now to build your list, get clients enrolled in your course really, really fast. So at the end of this 30 minutes, you're going to have all of the understanding that you need to reach your first 100 grand. And then you just need to commit to taking the action to make it happen. Now, my promise today is there is nothing for sale on this masterclass. Nothing for sale. This is content. This is all information that you can take away. Now, if you like my vibe, you like what I've had to say, you find it of value, then I am going to share a link right at the end of this masterclass of how you can get in touch with me to find out how you can work with me. But my promise today is this is going to be a really good investment of your time. So before we get into the nitty gritty, let me just very briefly spend a minute telling you a little bit about who I am. You may have been following me for a little while, or you may be completely new to me and my work. I'm one of the UK's top coaches, been in business over a decade. I'm a spiritual teacher fundamentally and a seeker just like you. I'm guessing that you've probably got the same books on your bookshelf that I have on mine. I'm also an award-winning speaker. I got to the final of Best Youth Speaker 2017 alongside Jason Vale and the rugby legend Sir Clive Woodward, a huge highlight of my career. And I've also had the absolute privilege of speaking on stage with people like Louise Hay and Wayne Dyer. Speaking on stage is how I've got known, and it's what I love doing best of all in my business. I'm also the author of 2 books. I'm actually a Hay House author. My first book was Finding a Future That Fits, and my second book, Mindset Mastery, and I'm busy working away on my 3rd book at the moment. I'm also a prolific vlogger. I love vlogging. I'm the queen of video, and I've created, I don't know how many videos over the last decade. And actually on YouTube, at the point of recording this masterclass, I've had 1.3 million views on YouTube and counting. And again, over the last 10 years, I've had been featured or had articles published in pretty much all of the UK glossy magazines such as Glamour and Woman and Home and Cosmopolitan, Natural Health, Spirit and Destiny, and some of the newspapers as well, such as The Guardian and The Telegraph, and regularly post or blog for the Huffington Post. So I've been in business 12 years and pretty much built a coaching empire in that time, helping thousands of people all over the world, of course with my books, but also with things like retreats and online courses and one-to-one mentoring. And in more recent years, I've been helping business owners just like you to grow their influence, to get known in their industry as the go-to expert. But you know what I'm most proud of above everything that I've achieved in recent years is that I've been home for my babies. I've been home to help them to evolve and to grow and to be there for every school run and to take my kids to amazing places, holiday destinations. And my business has made that possible. I have a lifestyle business and I'm very clear about that, and I'm very passionate about helping others to do the same so that you can live the life that you want, whether you're a parent or you just want to travel the world or whatever you want to do. You can do that whilst still having an influence and making an impact on the world, or writing books, or doing whatever it is that floats your boat. And I'm most proud that I've been around for my kids and still am, doing the work that I do. I know how overwhelming growing a business can be because I've been there, I've walked that path. And this is why I want to offer my help, because I'm committed, truly committed to helping the next generation of game changers to get their work out into the world, because the world needs as many game changers as possible right now. We see that, we know that, and I'm guessing you're here because you are one of those people. You've put your hand up and you've said, all right, I'm scared, but I'm ready to make my impact. I'm ready to make my mark on the world. And that's why I do the work that I do, because I want to fast track you. I want to help you get there quicker by sharing the knowledge, by giving you the inside scoop of how I'm running my business so that you can apply them same tools and techniques to yours so that you can get out there and do your thing. So why 100k? Why the 100k framework? Why have I picked that figure? I think there's magic in getting to your first 100 grand, because once you have a course or a product or a program that can generate 100 grand, this sort of level of income, then you can rinse and repeat it. And that means you can go on to create a multiple 6-figure business if you so wish. So there's something magic about getting to that 100k, and that's why I've based this webinar, this masterclass, around getting to that benchmark in your business. So, are you ready to do this? Are you ready to get to your first 100 grand? Let's have a look at how you're going to do this. I'm going to share with you now 3 ways that you can generate 100k in your business. First off though, I want to show you a very typical business model for a coaching or consulting business. This is really important that you see this, you understand this. Today, the 3 examples I'm going to be sharing of how you can get to 100 grand are the low ticket, mid ticket and high ticket. So we've got the yellow section, the green section and the red section. I'm going to be showing you examples for each of these, but we also have free stuff, and I'm going to be coming back to free stuff slightly later on in this masterclass. But free stuff is really important because it's how we kind of fill our funnel with people that potentially are going to buy from us, whether it be low, mid or high ticket. Now free stuff can be whatever you want it to be, but very typically it's opt-ins, lead magnets, it's blogs and vlogs, consultations, that kind of stuff. But then low ticket can take many forms. It could be books, but in the example I'm going to show you, it's a membership site. We then have mid ticket, and that can be retreats, online courses, mastermind groups. And in my example that you're going to see in a minute, it's going to be a mastermind group I'm going to demonstrate to you. And then we have high ticket, and again, that can be anything you want it to be. It can be mastermind groups, it can be holidays, or it could be one-to-one. And again, in the example today, I'm going to share it's a one-to-one offering that I'm going to be sharing with you. But just so you understand what a business funnel actually looks like in a coaching or consulting business, because you need to be clear what you're going to offer for free, what's your low ticket offer going to be, mid ticket and high ticket. So let's take a look at the first way that you can generate 100k in your business. So this is business model number 1, and in this example it's a low ticket offering, okay, low ticket. And the example I'm going to share with you is a membership site, okay? So a membership site, an online membership site where you sign up and you get stuff every month, either email or sent to you. So this could be a membership site where you get a bunch of videos every month or every week. It could be downloads. It could be even group calls. Ultimately, you decide what's in the membership site, right? But this is just a very typical example. Now, membership sites are normally low ticket. They can be anything from a few pounds a month to $50, $60 or pounds, whatever you want it to be. So in this example, it's £30 per month. Now, here's the thing. You would only need 300 members in your membership site to give you a 9k income per month. That's not a huge number. £30 or $30, 300 members, and that's for the entire year, right? Would give you 9k per month, and then of course that would then generate you £108,000 or dollars per year. So it's just slightly over our 100k target. But really kind of let this settle, because $30 or pounds isn't a huge amount, and 300 again a year is not a huge amount. And bingo, then you have the potential of earning your first 100 grand. Really, really simple. So let me just show you some of the pros and cons for running a low ticket membership site. It's passive income, which is brilliant, right? You can run that with minimal effort on your part. You obviously still have to be involved, and you have to create the content and turn up and do whatever you need to do, but it's as passive as it can be, I think, and that's really exciting because you can go off and do whatever you need to do with your family or travel or do whatever the hell floats your boat. It gives you lots of freedom and flexibility. Running a membership site gives you that freedom and flexibility. And what's really exciting is you can help clients all over the world, can't you? There's no restriction geographically if it's an online membership site. There are some cons to this, and let's be honest. There are pros and cons to everything. It can be admin heavy, because if you've got hundreds and hundreds of people, there are going to be people that maybe can't open videos or can't download something or lost the password. So there is going to be admin involved, and that can be, that can be a bit grating. So just be clear that there's going to be more admin. The more people, the bigger volume, it's going to be admin heavy. Also, be very clear about this. The average life cycle of a member within a membership site is around 5 months. They get bored, they drop off. That's typical, right? So this means that you're going to have to constantly fill the pot with new people. As people fall away, you're going to have to be filling the pot with new members to kind of keep the income sort of topped up at the level that you want it to be. And I would say if you're going to start with a membership site, you need a following. You need a community, whether it be a Facebook group or a mailing list. You need people already following you. Otherwise, you're going to have nobody joining, right? If you're going to get to that 300 mark per year and stay there, you need to have people to sell to. Pretty obvious. And I would definitely say if you're going to have an online program, you need technical know-how. It's really essential, right? And if tech scares the hell out of you, then this might not be the right route. However, having said that, there's so many platforms out there offering, membership sites where you can just literally drag and drop and upload stuff. So it's so much easier nowadays to kind of create online courses and membership sites. So some pros and cons for you to consider. Is this right for you? Is this something you want to do? Is this the right direction for you? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at another example. This is business model number 2, and this is a mid-ticket example. Remember that funnel? We did low, mid, high. This is a mid-ticket ticket example. And in this example, we're going to look at a mastermind group. So again, you decide what you put in a mastermind group ultimately. But in this example, there might be videos, there might be supporting downloads. Normally there's some kind of live group interaction with the other members of the mastermind, and even live meetups as well. Every mastermind is slightly different. Again, you decide, of course. So let's have a look at the income potential. So you're going to sell, for example, this mastermind group, which is a 3-month mastermind group, at £800 or dollars. Now, this means you would only need 30 people on that mastermind for 3 months, and that would generate you an income of £24,000 or dollars. This means because you're running this over 3 months, you would need to repeat this 4 times throughout the year. So you'd be finishing one mastermind, then you'd be launching another for every quarter of the year. So you'd be running it 4 times a year. And then this gives you the earning potential of £96,000, so just shy of the 100k framework or benchmark that we're trying to achieve. But again, slightly more high ticket than the previous example, but again, very achievable. 30 people isn't a huge number. £800, for a mastermind group is pretty cheap, let me tell you, and that would generate you £24,000 for that quarter. Times that by 4, you're almost at your 100 grand. So again, let's have a look at some of the pros and cons for running a mastermind group. So some of the pros are, gives you more freedom, more flexibility. It's semi-passive. There's more involvement for you, of course, because you're going to run the live calls or you're going to do live meetups. So you're going to be there more than you would be if you were running an online course or a membership site. And I think what's lovely is because the numbers are smaller than the previous example, you can build more trust and rapport. You can build personal relationships with the people within your mastermind group. Now, some of the cons are you're going to have to do multiple launches throughout the year, and that isn't always easy. Doing multiple launches can be really hard work because, you're going to wrap up one 3-month course and you're going to be launching another. So that can be hard going. And again, you're going to need to fill up the pot. You can't keep selling the same people, the same mastermind group. You're going to have fresh blood coming in so that you can sell to them. And again, I would say you need a following. In order to run a mastermind group, you're going to need a list. You're going to need a community to sell to. You can't sell if you have no one to sell to. Pretty simple, right? So again, is this for you? Does this get you excited? Is this the right route for you with your business? So let's take a look at the final business model number 3. And this is a high ticket. Remember that funnel again, low, mid, high. This is high ticket. And in this example, we're looking at a VIP one-to-one program. So again, you decide what this looks like, but in this example, of course, there's going to be one-to-one calls over a period of time. There might be a VIP sort of private Facebook group. There might be support in between calls. So let's have a look at how the costs pan out. This is high ticket, remember, and this is one-to-one, and typically with one-to-one, you charge way more for doing that because they've really got you to themselves. So £3,000 or dollars. Now here's the exciting bit. You only need 3 clients per month, and let me tell you something, it's no harder to sell a £3,000 package than it is a £30 package. And that might be, that might sound crazy, but I'm telling you, having done it, it isn't. If you're solving a problem for someone and you can demonstrate that you can get a result for them, it's no harder. So you would only need 3 clients per month, which is a really small number. And again, this is going to give you 9k per month, giving you that 108k turnover per year. Just 3 clients a month isn't a huge amount, is it? So let's take a look at some of the pros and cons of doing a high ticket offering such as a one-to-one program. So some of the pros are less clients, definitely less admin. It really means you can dedicate more time and focus to getting results for your clients because there's smaller numbers here. You definitely get to build really personal relationships up with your clients because you've got less of them. And I believe the earning potential is much greater because you don't have to take 3 on a month. You could take 10 on a month if you wanted to. So, I think the earning potential is much greater. Some of the cons, it can be harder to take time out from your business. So with the previous 2 examples, you can run your mastermind group on your membership site and you can be traveling the world and the money's still going to come in. Whereas if you take a month off over the summer and you're not there to kind of generate those one-to-ones, then there's no money coming in. So it can create a bit of feast and famine in your business. And for sure, if clients are paying more, they expect more. So the client demands with one-to-one VIP stuff is definitely higher. So there you have it. Really simple, 3 very different ways that you can get to your first 100k. Now, just sit with it. What's going to work for you? Which one got you excited? Maybe you want to do all 3, because that's what I do in my business. I love the variety. I love running mastermind groups. I love it. And I love running membership sites, and I love doing one-to-one. So for me, I do all 3 in my business because that floats my boat. But it may be different for you. It may be that you want to start with one and master that and then move on to others. The choice is yours. There's no right or wrong here. What I'm demonstrating is 3 very different ways that you can generate 100 grand in your business. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, all right, Lou, that's really all full and well, but listen, how do I get clients? How do I get bums on seats? Okay, I'm going to run a mastermind group, but how do I get clients enrolled? Or I'm going to run a membership site. How do I find those 300 people? Or I'm going to do one-to-ones, but where are those clients? Let me show you how you do it. So I'm going to share with you my 4 big secrets behind how you sort this out, actually how you get bums on seats. And these are really simple foundational steps that you have to have in place, and you absolutely should have in place. So secret number 1 is quite simply knowing the problem that you are solving in the world. The most fundamental and most important thing you have to get right when you're running a coaching practice is to get clear on what problem you are solving for your ideal client. I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen many coaches come and go, and the coaches that don't succeed are the ones that are not clear on what problem they are solving. And often the bigger the problem, the more money you're going to make, the more people are going to come find you to help solve the problem that they have. You have to get clear, and I mean really clear. What problem are you solving? Really think about this. If you get this wrong, you're not going to be able to sell anything. If you're too wishy-washy and you're solving too many problems, you're jack of all trades, master of none, you're not going to have a business. You're not going to be able to sell anything. You've got to get clear on the problem really quickly. The fact is, people don't buy if they don't understand what they're getting. If they can't clearly see what problem you can help them overcome, why are they going to spend money with you? They're not going to hand money over. They've got to be really clear. I've got this problem. You can help me solve that problem. Hey, I'm going to hand my money over to you. So you need to create something that people are going to be willing to pay money for. And it's really clear. You can't afford to be wishy-washy about this. And often the more niche you are, the more money you can charge. Often the bigger the problem you solve, the more you can charge your ideal client. So let me give you some examples of problems and solutions that you might focus on. Okay, so this just shows you how clear you need to be, right, if you're going to get this right. So our first example, the problem that the ideal client has is they've got some kind of inheritance they've been given, and they just don't know what to do with it. It's kind of sitting in their bank account, and they know that it's not growing, and they're feeling really frustrated and anxious about it. And then you come along and you're saying, right, hey, I can help you confidently learn to invest in the stock market and get your money growing. So here you have someone with a problem, and here you come along knowing they have that problem, and you've got the solution that they are looking for. They're going to be much more willing to hand their money over to you because they can clearly see the solution that you are offering. Does that make sense? So let's have a look at another example. So here we have another problem. Somebody's stuck in a dead-end job. They've got no earning potential. They're bored. They're lackluster. They're just frustrated and lacking hope. You come along and you say to them, hey, do you want to start an online business? Maybe this is something they've been thinking about, but they're not sure how to do it. You come along and you say, I can show you how to do it. And I can show you how to do something you love from home and have all the freedom that you desire. So again, you've got someone with a very clear problem, and you come along with a very clear solution. They're going to be really excited, and they're going to want to work with you. And another example might be, a woman who's really struggling with the menopause. Horrible symptoms, they're popping pills, they're feeling really, really frustrated and, upset about kind of where they're at. You come along and you say to them, I know how you're feeling. I understand your pain. And look, you know what? I can help you. I can help you transition holistically through the menopause without all of them yucky drugs. Think about how powerful this is. You've got somebody that's really suffering, and then you come along and you say, I hear you, I feel you, I know what you're going through, I can help you. Can you see how clear this is and how powerful this is, rather than going out there into the world and going, hey, I can make you feel happier, or are you feeling a bit lost? I can help you. It doesn't cut it. It's too wishy-washy. You have to be super clear if you want to succeed as a coach or a consultant. When you understand your clients' problems, you can then go out there and create a product or a service that will really give your clients amazing results. And remember, people pay for results, which make a big difference to their life. So here's what I want you to think about right now. I want you to consider your gifts, your training, the training that you've done, your education, your passions, most importantly. Things that you're passionate about, and your expertise, the life wisdom that, all the things that you've been through that have brought you to this point in your life. Consider them all, and then ask yourself, really important question, what big problem can I help solve for people in the world? So really thinking about your gifts, your training, your passions, your expertise, the wisdom that you've brought into the world. What problem can you help people solve? You nail this, and you're halfway there. You nail this and you get clear on a problem that's really big for people, and you can help them solve it, you're on to a winner. And then you need to think about, okay, now I know the problem. Are people going to be willing to pay to have this problem solved? Are people going to hand money over to me to have this problem solved? You're saving someone's marriage, you're helping them sort their business out, you're helping somebody learn something new. Are they going to be willing to hand money over? And the answer has to be a resounding yes in order for you to proceed with your business. Now, if you have not got these things in place and you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I don't know what problem I'm solving, I have no idea, please don't panic, because stick with me, and at the end of this masterclass I've got a link for you that's going to really help you sort this out. So let's move on. Let's take a look at secret number 2, foundation number 2 that you need to have in place, and that is to know your audience. So many people think they know their ideal client, and oh my God, they do not. You have to be so clear about who your ideal client actually is, because the fact or the reality is not everybody is going to want your service. Not everybody is going to want that problem solved. However, there is going to be a specific group of people out there in the world that will, a specific group of people that have got the problem that you can help them overcome. So let me ask you, who is your ideal client? Now, you need to be thinking about basic stuff like, what age are they? Are they male? Are they female? Are they married? Are they single? Have they got kids? Are they childless? Thinking about things like interests. Are they in any clubs or societies? What books do they read? Are they on social media? Who are they following online? What platforms are they using? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Where are they hanging out online? What do they do for a living? What's their occupation? How much do they earn? What's their household income? What's their lifestyle? What are their habits? Where do they shop? Often online. What magazines do they read? What papers? Oh, it's endless. You need to know this, because think about it. How are you going to market to your ideal client if you don't know where they are? If you don't know where they're hanging out online, what Facebook groups they are in, who they are following, what books are on their bookshelf, what magazines they're in, where are they shopping? How can you market if you don't know this? You cannot market to everybody. And I see so many people try and do this, and of course they fail, because you haven't got the budget to go out there and market to the entire world, or every woman on the planet, or every man on the planet. You need to refine this. Really seriously refine who your ideal client is. And when you do this, bam, your marketing becomes really effective and strategic. The more you know about your ideal client, the more you know about your audience, the easier it's going to be to market to them, without a doubt. So here's what you need to think about next. You really need to define your ideal client, their age, sex, location, life stages, hobbies, and so on. I get my clients to create a client avatar. So really thinking about all aspects of your client, so that you understand what's going on for them and where to find them off and online. And then you need to consider building a very simple customer profile, because everything you do in your business, whether you're creating content, you're putting a video together, you're designing your website, you're putting a course together, you need this customer profile in front of you, because everything you do is geared towards that customer profile, that ideal client, and the problem that you're helping them to overcome. You need this front of mind on your wall as you move forward in your business. Now, again, if you haven't defined your audience and you're not clear on those aspects, please don't panic, because again, I'm going to share a link with you at the end of this masterclass that's going to help you to move forward. So let's move on to secret number 3, and this is about growing your influence. The fact is, right, you've got to have people to sell to. It's all very well understanding the 3 ways you can earn 100 grand. It's all very well, understanding the problem that you're able to solve for people, or the ideal client, where they're hanging out, and the customer profile. But you've got to have people to sell to. You've got to grow your influence. You've got to have a community, right? So that you can sell to that community and actually help people and make money. You need to create a tribe of followers who absolutely love what you do. And then you need to build trust and rapport with your audience. The only reason that I'm in business all these years later is that right from the day that I launched my business, I have grown a community. I've done that online, in social media, Facebook groups, etc., and on YouTube, but I've also grown my own mailing list, and I've done that right from the day that I launched, and I still grow that mailing list right now. And this gives me a pool of people. It gives me a fish pond in which to fish in, right? And if I've got a new course, a new product, a new service, I've got people that are ready to buy from me, right? And this is where most people fall down, because they don't take the time to build their influence, to build their community. You will never ever be without clients if you take the time to grow your influence and build your following. You will never ever be without clients. In the 12 years that I've been in business, I have never ever once been without paying clients, and the reason is because I have a community in which I engage with every single week, every single day, in fact, with social media. You need to build that community, build trust and rapport. And the question you're probably thinking is, okay, I know that, I get that, I've heard other people say this, but how do I do it quickly? And I'm about to show you exactly how you can do this and how I do this in my business. You need to use lead magnets. You need to use freebies, because this is how we get people in the top of our funnel. This is how we engage. This is how we build our community. We offer something of value for free, which helps our ideal clients solve their problem in some way. Now, this doesn't want to be too complicated. It needs to be quite simple. It's instant gratification. So think about, a video series or a masterclass like this, or a very short ebook or workbook or download, or quizzes work really well, or even actually going and running physical workshops. These are all lead magnets. They're all freebies that we put out there into the world to engage our client, to get them sort of in our funnel, so to speak, to kind of get them in our pond, if you like. Because once we do that, we build that trust and rapport, they kind of know us and they kind of hear from us, and then they're ready to buy from us. So I want to show you a social media example, a lead magnet, a lead generation example. And this is a real example that I am running right now in my business. So we've very recently put together a beautiful lead magnet, a freebie called Cut Out and Keep Affirmations. And quite simply, this is a 7-page PDF download. Being designed professionally, it looks amazing. It's full of affirmations that you can cut out, all different imagery. It's gorgeous. You can go check it out on my website if you want to get your hands on it. And you can cut it out and you stick them all over your house, and they're all affirmations that help you grow and work on your mindset. So we put this freebie together. I knew my audience wanted this. I knew it was right up their street. It was what they were going to want to consume. So I knew I was right to create it. Then I went and created a Facebook ad. And that's what you can see here on the left of your screen on the phone example. This is a Facebook ad that we are running right now. And the Facebook ad quite simply says, grab your free cut out and keep affirmations from award-winning top UK coach and Hay House author. Download, print, cut out, stick up, create positive change in your life today. And there was a really funky video that went along with this Facebook ad. And all they had to do, the viewer, if they wanted to get their hands on it, was press the download button. Once they pressed the download button, it took them through to what we call a squeeze page, which is the bit you can see in the middle, or a landing page it's often referred to, or an opt-in page. And all they can do on this opt-in page is put their name, email. You've probably done this yourself, right? You've done this many times, I'm sure. They tick the box to say they agree to our GDPR stuff. Let's go. And immediately, once they put their name and email in the box, they get access to that download. They can print it off and get sticking and gluing and do whatever they want to do with it. But When they sign up, of course, I legally then own that data. I get to grow my community and my list. I can invite them to go to my Facebook group. They then are on my list, which means that I can mail them consistently. But here's the bit I want to show you, because this is really exciting. When I've got this Facebook ad running and I spend about £40 per day, I can grow my list by 100 to 200 people per day. And it costs me 19p. Think about that, 19 pennies or cents to get a name on my mailing list. Let me tell you, that is really, really, really good. So think about this for a second, because talk about growing your influence quickly, growing that community quickly. If you were doing this at 19p and you were spending £40 a day, you would have 6,000 people on your mailing list by the end of 1 month. All depends on your budget. You might want to spend less, you might even want to spend more, but that's how quickly this can work. If you get the right lead magnet, solving the right problem, offering the right solution to the right people, those foundations, remember, that we've just spoken about, then you have the potential to grow your list really, really quickly. And then you've got a list of people to communicate with, right? Let me show you another example. Now, this is an offline example. So that was an automated online example of growing your community lead generation. And this is an offline. So you might not want to be online. You might be more comfortable being out there in the world. So I want to show you a speaking gig and how you can do exactly the same thing, building your community very, very quickly, your list very, very quickly, but being offline. So I did a speaking gig about 2 months ago now. And it was all about neurological mind hacks. And I got on stage, I had 150 people in the room. They were my kind of people, my audience. And again, I invited them to download the Cut Out and Keep affirmations. Now, I was live on stage, right? So it wasn't a Facebook ad. So what I did, I said to the audience, right, who wants to get their hands on this? And they all put their hands up. I got them then to get out their phone. And I said, right, here's the link. Put your name and your email in the box and sign up right here, right now. And they all did it, pretty much all of them in the room. And they all got their hands on it. So when they got home, it was waiting in their inbox. And again, I grew my list, but I wasn't online. I was offline. I was on stage, but I was still able to come away from that speaking gig with a new, whatever it was, 150 people on my list. So again, I grew my list by 150 people just by one 20-minute speaking gig. And the cost per lead, well, it was zero, right? It was my time. That was it. So really, really, really effective. Now, here's the thing I really want you to know. Just a few hundred of the right kind of people can get you to 100k. Just a few hundred of the right kind of people. And they've got to be your ideal client with the problem that you can help them overcome and all that. Just a few hundred can help you generate 100 grand. And then you'll be able to, with a few hundred people, go and invite them to join a mastermind group or a membership site, or invite them to come work with you one-to-one. This hasn't got to take years and years and years. It can be done really, really quickly and effectively with the right strategies in place. So how do you build trust and rapport? Because it's not enough to have a freebie, right, and just build your list. There's another step to this, right, and that is building trust and rapport. And you do that by being consistent. Consistency is key. In the whole 12 years that I've been in business, do you know that I have never missed a week where I mail my mailing list? Never. Every week, without fail, I'm adding value, I'm giving to my list. And if you're on my list, you'll know that. Every week, ping, in the inbox comes a vlog of some kind or a freebie or something. Even if it's a hello, how you doing? Every week. And in my Facebook group, it's even more frequent than that. Consistency is what keeps you in the game. And that's the only reason I'm still here all these years later, because I've been consistent and tenacious. I've never stopped communicating with my community. Consistency is what keeps you in the game. And I promise you, if you are consistent and you build that list and you stay in their life, you will never, ever, ever be without clients. So here's what you need to think about. What's your freebie going to be? Now, this is so important because so many people go, oh, join my newsletter. No, people don't want to join newsletters. That's so, a decade ago. People want value and they expect value. So you need to think about, what are you going to create that solves a problem for them? Quizzes and downloads and, masterclasses. It needs to be of value because people will only hand over their data if they really feel they're getting something in return. You have to work hard now to get people's data, and especially as the laws have changed very recently. Next step, once you know what your freebie is going to be, you need to ask yourself, what marketing strategy am I going to use to lead generate, right? To build my list and attract clients. Whether that's Facebook automated targeted Facebook ads, whether it's getting on stage, whether it's YouTube, whether it's other offline strategies, exhibiting at events, or, writing a book. There are many, 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 many ways that you can market and lead generate, but you need to be clear on what strategies you are going to use. I've given you 2 examples today, very effective examples, but there are many more. And anybody that I know that's successful has very clear marketing strategies in place. Not loads of them, just a few strategies that they're doing effectively and consistently. So let's move on to our final foundation, our final secret. Secret number 4 is about selling with soul. Here's a fact for you. Your entire business can fall down if you cannot ask for the money. You have to be confident. And this is, I see so many people fall down here because they struggle to ask for the money. And the fact is, you haven't got a business if you don't make money, right? It's a hobby, a very expensive one at that. You've got to be able to confidently ask for the sale. Whether that's a membership site, mastermind group, or one-to-one, you've got to be able to say, hey, I'm worth it. This is what I charge. This is what I want. You've got to believe in your worth, because the truth is, as coaches, as consultants, we are selling transformation and not just an hour of our time or a 3-week online course. We're not. We are selling a transformation in someone's life. Think about, if you're helping someone to, transform their marriage or save their marriage, if you're helping someone overcome a massive health issue, or helping somebody, increase their confidence so they can find love, that's huge, right? That's a huge transformation that you're facilitating. I want to share a really simple story with you. Very recently, we changed our mattress. We'd had our old mattress for many years, and I woke up one morning with awful backache, and I realised that it was my mattress, and I had really achy hips. So off we went to the bed shop, and I said to the guy, look, I'm prone to having back issues. My mattress is short. I need a really good mattress. And we looked at all these mattresses, and then he took us over to the Temper mattresses, and he said, look, you know what? This is the creme de la creme. This is the mattress you need. You will never have back problems because it supports you, and it's got all this technology and blah 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 blah. I was sold because he was selling a transformation, and I needed one because I was suffering with my back. And he said to me, look, it's a little bit more expensive, but it will serve you. You won't regret it. It's definitely the right solution for you. And we made that buying decision based on that, because he was selling us a transformation, and I was completely sold on that. And I'm so glad I did. I love my mattress. I love getting into bed at night, and it supports me. I've never had any hip issues since then. I just adore it. It was the right decision for me. And I just want you to remember, if you are selling a transformation, people will pay for that, and they'll be willing to pay that bit extra if you're solving a big problem for them, helping them to overcome that problem and get a result for them in their life. You need to get comfortable with selling, and it's so important that you're comfortable with selling. You're able to ask for the money. And one thing I want to put to you right now is this. I want to ask you, actually, how many offers have you made this week? Actually, how many sales offers? How many people have you said, hey, come work with me, here's my offer? How many this week? Because most people, when I ask them this question, they'll say to me, none. How can you expect to make money if you haven't got that community, that sort of influence? You haven't got your list, and you're not putting offers out there into the world. The only way you're going to make money is if you've got that following, you've built that community, and you're putting offers out there, and you're saying, hey, I've got this new mastermind group. Hey, I've got some spaces for one-to-ones. You have to actively be promoting your services and having conversations with real people and saying, hey, do you want to work with me? The more you're asking for the sale, the more people are going to work with you, the more money you're going to make, and the bigger the impact you are going to make on the world. Now listen, I know selling is scary, and if you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh my God, and you're really lacking in confidence in that area, please don't panic, because you can become masterful at this. And I've got a link again at the end that will really help you to become a master at selling, so stick with me. So there you have it. You know what? It's time to get off your bum. Those that are successful have to get out there. They have to take action. And you know what? You can do this. I've given you the strategies. These are the strategies that I'm using right now in my business to generate income. And, I share these with my clients and help them to implement them into their business. You can do this. You just need a plan of action. You need to be consistent. You need to follow through on your ideas, right? You don't want to be umming and ahhing. You want to be taking action, and you absolutely can do this. The fact is that those that are successful take action before they're ready. Those that are successful leap in, they figure it out, they take action. The only reason I'm sitting here right now is because I'm an action taker. And even though I might feel terrified, I jump in, I go, right, I'm ready, I'm going to do it. Because nobody's ready to launch their first live webinar. No one's ready to launch their Facebook group or launch their website or launch their first mastermind group. It's scary, isn't it? It is. But just know this, those that are successful take action, even though they might not quite feel ready. So ask yourself this: what do I need to believe about myself to make this happen? It's a really important question. Please just stop and really think, what do I need to believe? Because this is all about belief. You know, I share the best stuff that I have. I know this stuff works, but ultimately you have to believe in it, right? You have to believe that you can do this. With belief, anything is possible. So look, today I promised to share 3 proven ways that you can generate 100 grand. And I did this. I showed you a low ticket example, a mid ticket and a high ticket. I then went on to share my 4 big secrets for success as a coach or consultant. So obviously, number 1, you've got to know the problem. What problem are you solving? Don't be general, because if you're general, no one's going to buy it. You need to know your audience, and I mean intimately know your audience. Don't just go, well, I work with all women of a certain age. No, who are they? Where are they? Where are they hanging out? You need to know this information. And you've got to lead generate. There's no business, right, if you don't lead generate. You've got to grow your influence, building your list through freebies and lead magnets. And you need to be able to sell. You need to be able to sell confidently with soul. That's how you generate revenue in your business. And the results that you can hope to get once you do this and you implement this is, well, you can create brand new revenue streams, bringing you additional income for you and your family to enjoy. You're going to be able to create or help even more people and have a large impact in the world and within your industry, which is what drives me. It's what gets me really excited, gets me out of bed in the morning, and more time and freedom to do the stuff that you enjoy. Because, you know, I love my business because it supports me and my family. The business has been built around me and my family, and I love that freedom and I value it massively. And most importantly, I'm giving you a solid framework. You can apply this framework to generate a 6-figure income or a multiple 6-figure income if you so wish. So you now have a choice in front of you. You can stay stuck doing what you've been doing even though you know it's not working, and spend a ton of money and time trying to figure it out all by yourself, or you can seek help, my help. And I want you to just think what it's costing you to stay stuck, emotionally, physically, even financially. What is it costing you to go around in circles, just consuming free stuff online and actually not following through and having a plan of action and having the help that you need, right, to get you to where you want to be? Great quote by Richard Branson is, whenever I'm asked what is the missing link between a promising business person and a successful one, mentoring comes to mind. And let me tell you, I would not be sitting here now had I not have recognised the holes in my business over the last decade and then gone out and found people or training courses to help me fill the holes in my knowledge. The only reason I'm here is because I've invested in myself and in my education, in my knowledge. Quite simply, the fact is you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? And you can waste so much time and spend so much time online trying to figure this all out because you don't know what you don't know. And having someone that can fast track you and give you the information will just save you so much time and money. Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody should have a mentor, right? Because mentoring brings 2 things. It brings new ideas that you wouldn't have yourself, and it brings accountability. And I'm guessing there are probably new ideas in your head right now that just wouldn't have been there, right, had you not have made time for this masterclass today. Now, a good mentor will give you great ideas and, help you to make sure you act on them. But a really, really great mentor will also put together a powerful group of people all working towards similar goals. And this just multiplies everybody's success exponentially. So having a mentor quite simply just fast tracks you right to where you want to be. So again, just think about what your life would be like, or what it will be like, right, when you can bring in 2k per month, 5k, 10k, 20k. Just think of the impact that's going to have, because it's life-changing, isn't it? It's been life-changing for me, and it will be life-changing for you. So if you've liked what I've had to say and you'd like some help, I've set aside some time in the next week or so to speak to you personally one-to-one about how you can apply these ideas to your business starting immediately. And I'd like to invite you to have a business strategy session with me. This is a one-to-one session with me and you, and it's completely free. Now, why am I doing this? Well, quite simply, on the call, I'm going to help you get total clarity about exactly what you want your business to look like and the exact steps you need to have in place in order to achieve your goals. Now, if you want my help and if I think we're a good fit, then I may go on then to invite you to become one of the one-to-one clients that I take on, the new clients that I take on this month. And if we work together, I can help you fast track your business to where you want it to be, giving you all the tools that you need to get you to that 5-figure month mark and beyond. So to book your free business strategy session, hit the button below and you can quite simply choose a date and a preferred time, and then I look forward to speaking to you personally very soon. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to leave you with some testimonials from some of my beautiful, beautiful clients.
Hi, I'm Ruby Maguire, Visibility Diva, aka Queen of Connection, and I just want to say a big shout out to the lovely Louise. I was just really stuck. I couldn't figure it out on my own, and I went to work with Louise and it really shifted my business, and she really over-delivered. Amazing stuff. Absolutely loved working with her, and I just want to say yay, thank you Louise. I'm really doing what I absolutely love and I'm passionate about it, so thank you my lovely, really appreciate all your support.
She's just the best person that I've ever met to work with in terms of integrity as a coach. She's also got enough experience with her business as well as all the work she's done as a Hay House author to really make things land for you personally.
Hi there, my name is Teresa Day and I'm a performance and confidence coach. And the reason I can tell you that right now is because in 2016, June to be exact, I took on Louise as my business coach. If you're looking to transform your business and take it to the next level, then I think Louise is definitely someone you should seriously consider working with. You will not be disappointed.
I think I say to somebody that's thinking, oh, shall I do this, shan't I do this, shall I do this, shan't I do this, is sometimes you just have to go, I'm going to invest in myself. And if you're taking your business and yourself that seriously, it's a serious investment decision. Are you going to invest in yourself? I'd say yes.
You can boost your business 100 times more with Louise's help, definitely, 100%.
Definitely sign up with Louise. She is so life-changing and transformational. She's the best person to work with.
I've worked with quite a few business coaches and mentors in the past, and none of them compared to working with Louise. So if you're looking to build your online business and to build it well, you're definitely in the right place.
Hi guys, I started working with Louise about 6 months ago now when I was setting up my business as a personal growth coach to the vet profession, and Louise is one of the best mentors I've ever had. She also gets results, so I've gone in 6 months from having a desire to run my own business but no idea how to products and servicify my head or do the marketing or the technology, to launching last week with website in place, my signature system designed, and on my launch webinar I had 500 people register.
I highly recommend Louise. She is really easy to talk to and she really knows her stuff. So thank you Louise, and lots of love.